All right, so we are here for another vintage cube draft. There is a Mana Drain, there's Mind Twist, there's Mind's Desire. I think the pretty obvious pick here is Mana Drain. Okay. So, Thousand Year Storm, Mana Flare, Blood Crypt, Burning, Sower. These are all cards I like. Stonecoil Serpent is good with Mana Drain. I think I'm going to take Serpent here. Okay, Balance is the best white card. Besides maybe Swords. Swords is probably the best. Balance is very good though. Shark Typhoon is fun. Yawgmoth's Bargain also goes really good with Mana Drain. I think I'm just going to take a Signet here though. Not really sure what we want to be doing yet. So there's Sensei's Top. There's Duretti. I'm a big fan of Duretti in this cube. I don't really like Sphinx of the Steel Wind. And Torrential Gearhulk is fine. I really like Duretti. I think I'm going to try to stay. I don't like the double color commitment when we're already another color. So I'm just going to take Gearhulk here, I think. If Lumbering Falls were any other blue-green duel, I'd probably take that. Okay. Spire Bluff Canal is okay. Splinter Twin is fine. That's not my favorite thing to do in this cube. I think I'm going to take Spire Bluff Canal. Okay, so in this pack, there's the Pestermite, which would be really good if we took Twin. There is Cloudskate, there's Ancient Grudge, which is very good in this cube. And there's Grim Lavamancer. I think Ancient Grudge is probably just better. Eternal Witness is also very good, though. I think I'm going to take Eternal Witness. So there's Oath of Druids, there's Thragtusk, there is Ulamog. I like Oath of Druids, but it doesn't really pair well with the creatures that we have right now. I can see a world where mana draining into Ulamog happens. I'm going to take Thragtusk, though. I like Everflowing Chalice. I don't know that we're going to be a Heartbeat deck. I'm going to take Chalice. So there's Harmonize, there's Hex Drinker. So I think if we're going blue-green, Harmonize isn't great because we have access to better card draw. So I'm going to take Hex Drinker here. It's Primal Command. I'm not thrilled with it, but it's playable. Balance going this late is interesting. Maybe a sign that we should pivot into white, but I think Blast Zone is playable. So Thragtusk Resto is really good. I think I'm going to take that. Maybe we're going to end up in Bant. I don't know. So there's Armageddon, there's Time Warp, there's Giver of Runes, which is really good. There's Hallowed Fountain and Marsh Flats. So we're definitely in blue, and it seems like white is pretty open. I'm going to take Hallowed Fountain. There's also Oracle of Moldiah. I think Hallowed Fountain's still the best pick here. There's Fast Bond, there's Fractured Identity, there's Palancron. This is a really good pack. There's also Demonic Tutor. I don't know if it's right, but I think I'm going to take Fast Bond here. So I don't think we're a Crater Hoof deck. Teferi is fine. Treachery is very strong. Avacyn's Pilgrim is also very good. Channel is very fun in this cube. Karn is very good with Channel. There is Tundra. There's Mother of Runes, Mystical Tutor. I think it's hard to pass Karn when we have a Mana Drain. There's Revelark. Windswept Heath gets Hollowed Fountain. That fetches for all 3 colors. There is Swords, which, like I was saying, is probably the best white card in the cube. I think I'm going to take this Windswept Heath, though, just to keep our mana as, good as possible. So we've got 2 Gideons. There's Avenger of Zendikar. There's Mirari's Wake. So we have Fast Bond. That's pretty good with Avenger. If we can get ways to play lands from the graveyard or just a ton of card draw, that's going to be pretty good. Biodrain 2 is okay. I like Regrowth, and we have Eternal Witness also. I also like Miscalc. I think I'm going to take Regrowth here. Relic is very strong in the right matchup. There's also Day of Judgment. I think having a board wipe in case we need one's pretty good. And there's Ulamog, there's Giver of Runes. There is Show and Tell, which I'm not really a fan of, especially in League. There's also Armageddon. I think I'm going to take the Giver of Runes here, actually. Don't mind Condemn. Palancron would be good if we had taken the Heartbeat earlier. I'm really glad Birthing Pod's in this cube again because it's a really fun thing to build around. I don't know if we're going to have that reliable of a curve, though. I'm just going to take Narset here. And Avacyn's Pilgrim's fine. Trigon Predator is also a pretty fine card. It's definitely a weird deck. So we have Force of Negation, we have Raphelos. Could we be mono green? Raphelos is really good in mono green. Phyrexian Metamorph is also pretty good. I like Wormcoil also. I think I'm right now between Wormcoil and Raphelos. I'm going to take the Wormcoil. And there's Karn, there's Treasure Cruise, there's Tropical Island, there's Llanowar Elves. Gonna take Trop, just because I think we need to value mana a little higher. Jesus. Okay, this must have been a really good pack. There's Jace, there's Mana Vault, There's Survival. There's Dak Faden. I feel like we have to take Jace here. Okay. So I love a Time Spiral. Love Wasteland. This is the last pack, so I don't think we're going to be getting Crucible of Worlds. Otherwise, I would probably take the Wasteland. But I'm a sucker for a Time Spiral deck. There's Questing Beast, Force of Will, Knight of the Reliquary. I don't know if we have enough blue for Force to really be viable. I'd like to have another fetch or two for Knight also. So I'd say Questing Beast. It's too good of a creature. It just does everything. Okay, so there's Uro, which, speaking of creatures that are too good and do everything. There's also Colonnade, which I am a fan of. It fixes and it's a threat. I think I'm just going to take Uro, though. So Fauna Shaman is fine. Could take Sun Titan. Wouldn't be too mad about that. I'm actually going to take a Signet, I think. Could take Golgari Signet. I don't think Eureka is ever a good card. I don't think it's ever right to play this card. But being able to Eureka out Karn and Wormcoil would be pretty fun. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to think about it. I'm going to take Oblivion Ring, actually. We are a little light on removal. And here we've got Elder Gargaroth, which is also just okay. So we've got Beast Within, Venser, Elspeth, Treasure Cruise. We don't have any card draw, really, so I'm going to take Treasure Cruise here. I don't like Nykthos, really, ever. I guess it could be playable in this deck. It's a weird card. I think I'm happy you're taking a sword. All right, so this is definitely a deck. These are certainly all cards. I think we're cool with this. We will see you for round one. All right, so we are here for the first match of a Vintage Cube draft. Isn't the most exciting opening hand. On the draw, I think it's fine. So Roll Engine is honestly one of the best kind of mid-rangey threats in this cube, I think. Okay. Opponent also has Uro. Be really cool if we get another blue source. Okay, so Jace is not great. We can Worm Coil and have him bounce it with Jace. Or we can O-Ring and hold back a turn. I think just O-Ringing Jace is right here. Sure. So if we draw another land next turn, we can Karn. If not, we still have Worm Coil. Okay, so opponent's opposition. Be really cool if we can get rid of that. Yeah, cool. So we can go ahead and Karn, kill opposition. Okay. So Karn dies. So if opponent's just blue-green, they probably don't have a ton of good answers for Worm Coil, especially if there's an opposition deck. Drain Hermit's pretty cool. We can Treachery to gain control of the Hermit. That makes the squirrels 1/1s. I think I'm going to do that, cast Ewit, and get back Karn maybe. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Okay. That's not squirrels you control. I misunderstood the card. I don't know why it wouldn't just default to that. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and cast Eternal Witness. Get back Karn. Sure. Oh. That was really, really bad treachery. Okay, well. We can either play Karn here or Treasure Cruise. They only have one card in hand, so I think it's probably best to just go ahead and get it out. Sure. Do I care that Karn takes 4 here? Eternal Witness isn't really doing a whole lot. I think I'm okay making that trade. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just deal with that now. Cast Trigon Predator. And go ahead and go to combat, I reckon. Okay. So they have Little Karn. That's fine. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead, get rid of the Hierarch. Attack with everything. Cool. So they are blue-green opposition. Does that change anything for us? I think Day of Judgment comes in. I think that's the only change. I think Sword can come out. Okay. So on the draw, we've got Mana Drain, so hard to say no to that. And I'm never mad at seeing a Time Spiral. So they can feasibly opposition this turn. I'm gonna go ahead and just hold up Mana Drain. I think I'm also pretty okay countering that. If we want to, we can actually Time Spiral this turn also. Cool. Realize that probably wasn't the correct move in terms of one, card advantage, and two, giving our opponent more stuff to work with, but that is okay. We need another green source to play pretty much everything. Go ahead and just get this out here. Kind of need to find an answer to Oko. If we can cast Questing Beast, we're okay. The card is so good. Yep. Okay. So Jace isn't nothing. Okay. That does suck. Okay. Not a lot we can do about it. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and Treasure Cruise here. Yep. That puts us to 1. Gonna brainstorm. Okay. Well, if we had a green source, we could have casted Avenger, maybe survived another turn or so, but still not in the best spot. So is anything different now? I think Ren Wingmare might be worth bringing in. We have seen a lot of counter magic. Maybe take Time Spiral out. Although that's still really good if we can Time Spiral and do something like Fast Bond Karn. Maybe take Narset out. Actually, they have Ancestral, so maybe take out Treachery. Okay, so we're on the play this go around. If we draw a second blue source, this is a very good opening hand. Cool. Okay. Play Jace. Okay. That's all right. So next turn we can at least cast a pretty big Stone Coil. Sure. So Stone Coil's a 7/7 is pretty good. Sure. So is Tree Speaker worth O-ringing right now? Yes, that card is very good. I think with our opponent only having one card in hand, we could probably save it though. I don't know. We're gonna go and attack. Maybe we should O-ring with Jace actually. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Sure. Didn't realize that was in this cube. Okay. Hex Drinker's fun. Oh, I'm stupid. I tapped that very wrong. Okay, well, that's fine. Yep. Okay. All right. We will see you for game 2. All right, so we are here with the second match. We are on the draw. Don't think this hand's gonna cut it. Okay, this is definitely a little bit better. Gonna put back Gargaroth. So just gonna play Tap Tollid Fountain here. Okay. Just gonna play out Signet. So we can Jace next turn. Okay, opponent's got Mana Crypt, Signet. Guess we do have Force of Will to have to dance around, but I'd rather take the chance than not do anything. Cool. Gonna go ahead and start plussing Jace, I suppose. Okay. Probably don't want them having access to that since it seems like they're a little short on mana. Oof. Okay, well, that's not great. Gonna go ahead and brainstorm. So we can Ewit and get back probably Stonecoil Serpent. Or I could just hold up Mana Drain. I'm gonna hold up Mana Drain for right now, I think. Cool. Okay. So, safe to assume there's something disgusting under there. I'm gonna go ahead and Mana Drain that. So we can Ewit and either get back Treasure Cruise or Stonecoil Serpent. I think Stonecoil Serpent is a little better here. And we can cast that for 6 this turn. So gonna go ahead and plus Jace again on them. They can have a land. Yeah, so being in top deck mode right now doesn't feel great. I do think it's more important to just be upticking Jace so we can go ahead and get that ultimate off as soon as possible. And controlling their draws in the meantime is definitely helpful. Could also bounce Eternal Witness, get back Treasure Cruise. That might be worth doing. Okay. Could also Ewit for mana drain, which isn't ideal because they would know to play around it, but could still potentially prolong things enough for Stone Coil and Mana Crypt to do what they need to do. I think that might be worth doing. Okay. So unless they have 2 creatures or a board wipe, well, yeah, I think our opponent's just pretty dead here. Okay. I mean, they know we have Mana Drain. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to counter it. Okay. I think Regrowth gets a lot better here. Maybe Winds of Abandon. Yeah, I think I'm okay running that back. I'm gonna cut Avenger. I haven't seen any creatures. I'm just gonna cut Treachery, I think. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I don't want Fast Spot. I don't know. I'm not very good at this. Maybe I don't want Winds of Abandon. I'm just gonna run it back. I think this is a pretty great opening hand. So we can pretty much play everything and then on turn 2, Stone Coil. Cool. So I could Stone Coil for 4, or I can play Avacyn's Pilgrim, or I could play that and Stone Coil for 3. I'm gonna do that because I can cast Gargaroth guaranteed next turn if I do that. If we can get 2 blue sources, Time Spiral is pretty good. Okay. Cool. Oh man, okay. That's bad. That's bad. That's okay. All right, well, there's one blue source. Okay. Cool. Okay, so we can time spiral now. So I think we want to play Questing Beast, maybe Hex Drinker. Sure. Cool. This will put them to 5, and they are pretty much dead next turn. Yep, that's fine. Just gonna go ahead and play Gargaroth here. Maybe play Wormcoil or Stonecoil just in case. Yeah, if they have removal, that gives them more time to find something else. If they have another board wipe, I still have Wormcoil Engine. Really just do not want them to be able to play whatever's under Shelldock because we don't really have any answers right now. Sure. Dak Faden's pretty good. Don't know. He can gain control of the Stonecoil Serpent and still dies. Oh, I see. Okay. So now he's going to Shelldock. Maybe not. Okay. That isn't great. That is really not great. Okay, I mean, I'm hoping they forgot about Shelldock. I don't know if you can activate that at instant speed. I mean, I guess I'm just going to attack and Karn whatever is behind it if they can. Okay. Oh, well, maybe I'm not going to. Okay. That is pretty much the worst case scenario. Oh, I did not mean to skip to end. I don't think I have any answers to Inkwell Leviathan. Okay, well. So we need either car. I don't know what I have that could answer this, but I guess I'm just gonna dig. Okay, well, if we had more mana, we could overring. It still would, yeah. Okay, well, we're dead. So another fast spawn hand. This one isn't quite as good. If we draw into Jace or something, that's pretty great, but we can effectively turn to Trigon Predator and not much else from there. So I think I'm going to take a mulligan here. Okay, well, this is in pretty much every way a worse hand, so shouldn't get greedy with mulligans. It's hard to keep this, but I can't imagine us being in a better spot going to 5. I'm going to keep this because we have potential to draw into some cool stuff. Not a fan of tapping that much mana. Yep. So we're definitely not in a good spot. Cool. If we get really lucky, maybe they'll just lose to Mana Crypt flips. And we'll draw something that isn't a land. Okay, well, that kind of sucks. Questing Beast would be pretty good here. Jace is not very good here. Yep. Ugh, okay. Good game, opponent. All right, so we are back here with the third match of this league. We are on the play. I mean, this is a fine opening hand. It's not the most exciting. I mean, we're gonna keep it, but if we draw another land, we can turn to Trigon Predator or Narset, depending on what we get. So opponent's probably some kind of mono white, just kind of taxing deck. Okay, well, can't do much about that right now. Okay, well, we can play Jace. We can bounce the Golem. I think that's probably fine. Okay. Hero of Bladehold is a little scary. Okay, so we can either cash in Jace and effectively set our opponent back a turn. We can plus, we can brainstorm. I think I'm okay just brainstorming right now to try to find some kind of answer. Okay, well, we can at least time spiral now. So I can hold up Mana Drain. Definitely want to play Gargaroth here. So Jace is pretty much dead no matter what. And playing another land wouldn't really accomplish anything. So yeah, I think just holding up is probably what we want to be doing. Okay, Jite is pretty good. I think that might actually be worth countering. Sure. So we can cast Karn, or we could Ewit, get back Jace. I think casting Karn right now is probably better. Just gonna keep making beasts here. Eventually it'd be cool to get some card draw off of this, but I think just matching their board state right now is the best thing we can do. No blocks. I'm gonna go ahead and get back Jace now. All right. Elder Gargaroth is a way better card than I give it credit for. Oh, okay, so they're attacking with everything. Oh, whoops. I meant to block with Eternal Witness also. Let me go ahead and draw a card off of this. Okay. That's fine. Pretty happy just killing Gideon here. Okay, so next turn we can Avenger. And I think we're in pretty good shape from there. I'm gonna hold off on playing any lands. Okay. Okay, so this isn't really the ideal first hand. However, it's not terrible. On the draw, I don't mind this. Okay. That's not ideal. Might have been smarter to hold up Mana Drain there. So if we don't block, they just ping it and it dies. So, oh, whoops. We could at least block and make them discard to make this indestructible. Oh, okay. Okay, so we have Mana Drain here. They have Jite with 2 counters, so I think probably just counter whatever creature they have. And then use that mana to cast Karn next. Yeah, I mean, that's not like the most threatening thing. I think I'm still gonna counter it. My threat assessment might be a little off here. Okay. So just gonna play Karn. Oh, all right, that was enough, I guess.